This is the One Episode Rule podcast about first impressions, greeting you for the first time in the year of our Lord 2023.
Welcome to the
That's
future.
how many anime we're gonna watch this year.
Yep.
Oh God!
Smiley face.
Strap in,
possible?
everybody.
I hope you all had a good winter break. If you did anything notable, now's the time to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just really sleepy. I'm Blackle, by the way. We're doing introductions now. I was sleepy. I was chill. I had a good time. I have severe girlfriend going home after the holidays disease now.
No.
And so does my roommate. So things are dire over here a little bit, but we'll work through it. We'll get through it.
Well, we're gonna cheer you up with the power of anime.
The animes, the agonies strike the household.
Yep.
Hello, I am Joey. I don't think that we have recorded since I went to my anime convention. Did we?
Nope. That was the last thing we did. Yeah, it was right
It
before
was-
you went.
It was that, and then we watched a really bad Christmas anime.
Yeah, I
Yep.
went and it was fun. Lots of good cosplays. It was a good time. I don't need to elaborate on that too much. It was an anime convention. Well, it was a convention in general. Lots of anime focus, but another thing that I did is I actually watched anime.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
I held my focus long enough to watch a couple more episodes of Ya Boy Kong Ming.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
It was a good time.
can't believe
Yeah.
you watched it without us.
How's it hold
Well,
up?
Yeah, it's still holding up through. I've made it through episode 3, I believe.
Have
and
you? Oh, sorry.
No, I'm still having a good time with it.
I've
So-
heard inklings of a rap battle. Does that happen?
I think the rap battle might be in episode 4, which is the next one, and I'm really hyped to get to that one. But I had other stuff going on, so I couldn't continue watching it.
Understandable.
Anyhow,
I spent the holidays recovering, basically.
he had to rise from the grave.
Louis, what'd you do?
Shit. What did I do? Blowing hookers.
You watch any weeb cartoons?
I started to watch something, but I can't remember what, and I only
Didn't
got
you
through
watch
like.
some more Vinland Saga?
I tried to. I fell asleep.
Oh no.
Not because it was bad, just because I was tired.
Too cozy and Scandinavian.
Yeah,
I've heard that you have continued to gain some new fun pieces of plastic.
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of Kamen Rider toys in for Christmas, and that was.
Exposed on stream.
Listen, I'm a Twitch streamer, man. What do you want from me?
It's not like I ordered a bunch of fucking Warhammer 40k shit yesterday.
We
We all
can
have
talk
our
about that.
toys.
That's not weeby stuff. At least my stuff is weeb adjacent.
There's portions that you could. We're not going to talk about the Tau anyway.
We're not going to talk about Warhammer because then this podcast will be like 2 hours long.
This is our Warhammer podcast now. Anyhow, do you have some news for
we
us?
we can't compete in that space. We're not even funny enough. There's already Adeptus Ridiculous. So I've got news and news-based complaints, because let me tell you, I didn't know when I was getting into this sort of quasi-journalism that I was going to be scraping such a dry fucking well every week.
Oh no.
All announcements are about somebody singing a new OP, or 100 shows getting announced with nigh identical titles. No distinguishing features.
We get the occasional weird Ava merch to look
So
forward to.
that's kind of.
I saw a cool watch.
You saw Cool Watch. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
talk about that. In fact, there's a space for you to talk about that in just a minute after I talk about something similar.
Rad.
So the news I managed to dredge up. Let's see, like what's the caliber of stories that we got here? Oh yeah, Isekai Ojisan is being delayed again because everybody has COVID again.
Oh no!
A show that should have, at this point, should have ended weeks ago. The
Good
poor
lord.
motherfuckers.
Jeez.
That is something that would happen to that particular show. Like, that feels like something that would happen to that particular show.
I had to cough there for a second. Let's see. The best merch announcement I've ever seen has showed up, which is
Yes.
a company. Oh, it's not the one I was talking about earlier. That was like that was very much niche magpie interest. This will be of
Fair
interest
enough.
to everyone. Which is a company named I think Palude has collaborated.
I love to
Yes.
collaborate.
We don't need to examine that, but is collaborating with Pop Team Epic to produce some of the funniest ugly holiday sweaters I've ever seen.
That's good.
I'm gonna pop it
Nice.
in here so you guys can look while I move on,
Uh-huh.
but they're simply great. Louis, you posted a watch. What is this?
Full watch.
It's
It's got Ultraman.
It's got
Kamen Rider,
it's
Godzilla.
Hideki Anno's 4 main projects: the Evangelion rebuild movies, Shin Godzilla, Shin Kamen Rider, and Shin Ultraman.
Oh yeah,
There
and
we go.
the last thing I was going to mention is that those sweaters are hard to like get in like dollars, but you can go pre-order them for yen and take a little bit of a hit from PayPal for doing it.
I love the bowling
They're
ones so
pretty
much.
good.
They're very good.
So fun.
I think my favorite one is the dynamite one.
I was gonna say the dynamite one.
And finally, to cap off all this earth-shaking news, in honor of the Memorial Edition Blu-ray box set, the people behind the Berserk films have produced possibly the most unwholesome cast Christmas image I've ever seen.
Uh-oh.
If you know what
Oh,
happens in
no.
Berserk,
Uh-oh.
Griffith,
Oh,
get out
that's
of here.
awful.
I haven't even consumed much of Berserk, but I know that this is bad. I
Griffith,
am
you have
aware
to
that
go.
this is bad. No, Griffith did nothing wrong.
Anyway, aside from that,
You can't just go on the podcast and lie, Joey.
I can and I will.
aside from that, I have an announcement. I have a news announcement, which I promised the cast I would explain, which
Yes.
is I will be selecting the anime this week, and then I will throw it to somebody else next week. But then I have to pick again the week after that because I am tentatively starting a new feature of the show.
Oh.
Which I am going to call for now just Mecha ?
Oh.
I did not get this memo. I can't handle it. What is this?
So yeah, it'll be mysterious until I premiere it, but you should be able to get the basic idea.
All right. Well, let's have some.
I'm just gonna try and create some more giant robot perverts out there.
Okay. All right.
But I thought the first of the new year was more pressing, and we should pick something that is not. I think it's over. I wanted it to be currently airing, but whatever. We're going to pick something relevant. We're going to watch Bocchi the Rock.
Yeah. Okay. Good one. I've heard good things.
It looks really funny. So let's watch it. How are you tonight? Having a good time? Ready to party? Have fun? Yeah, well, that was the last guys. Wrong fucking band.
Uh-huh.
We're here to have a bad time.
We're here to try our best, and that's what's important.
Angry synthesizer noise. Directly quoting Trent Reznor there.
Uh-huh.
See, I was going to say, as someone who streams sometimes, I too personally relate to putting a paper bag over my head before performing in front of a live audience.
Mm-hmm.
I think, oh no, well, you know what? I'll tell my joke later once
I've
we're
got
into
a-
this.
I've got a blurb here, and unfortunately, I must inflict it upon Blackle. It has been too long.
Yearning to make friends and perform live with a band, lonely and socially anxious Hitori Bocchi Gotoru devotes her time to playing the guitar. On a fateful day, Bocchi meets the outgoing drummer Nijika Ichichi, who
Yeah, it's a
invites her to
mess.
join Tesuku's band when their guitarist Ikyu Kita flees before their first show. Soon after, Bocchi meets her final bandmate, the cool bassist Ryu Yamada. Although their first performance together is subpar, the girls feel empowered by their shared love of music. They're soon rejoined by Kita. Finding happiness in performing, Bocchi and her bandmates put their hearts into improving as musicians while making the most of their fleeting high school days.
All right.
Wait, this band has 2 guitarists?
This band, like Metallica, possesses a lead and rhythm guitarist.
Just means they're awesome.
I have to mention this because it drives me insane that Hitori plays a Gibson and an expensive one.
Look, sometimes you have an expensive hobby.
Even I recognized it. I was just like, holy shit, he let her play that?
Mhm.
He didn't give her the banger. So yeah, this we got a show here about Hitori Goto, and she introduces it as the fact that she can't integrate, she cannot insert herself into like her peers' situation ever since trying to play like Kakurembo and shit in kindergarten. She said, "Should I join?" And that doomed her. She couldn't because she couldn't, and then she eventually was the kid who hung out with the teacher, and then then she was the kid who pretended to read in the back.
She just couldn't break this cycle.
She couldn't break the cycle, and she goes on about how she can't break the cycle, and and how she should change her life, but it's probably the life of the stereotypical introvert for her. Hikomori. And while she's soliloquizing about this to herself in her little gray sweatsuit, she's lying on the couch, and her dad, she's got a great like faceless anime dad. By the way, I love a parent who you can't see from the nose though.
Yes. It's funny. I hope they continue to do that gag.
But he drops onto the couch beside her and is just like, "Hey, you watching this?" And she's like, "No." And he turns on like a music television, right? And they're doing an interview with a new band and with their guitarist or bassist or something, and he was talking about how he used to be the kid who would sit in the back of the class and pretend to read so no one would talk to him. And even he could shine in a band. He's in and is in one of the most popular acts now, and it causes Bocchi to stand upright. She's great, by the way. She just has the most stiff mannerisms.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has rigor mortis.
She's delightful.
And she just turns and says, "Dad, can I use your guitar?" And he's just like, "Yeah, sure." And she immediately goes up, and You know what? I just realized that he didn't give her the guitar. She picked the Gibson up. He might have a cheaper guitar.
Yeah.
Listen.
But by the time he notices, he's just like, well, she's already started to try and play, and she looks so happy. He's
Doesn't
thrilled
have
about
anything
it,
else.
too. He's clearly one of those music parents.
He was like, I was wondering when she'd get into guitar.
I knew it. I knew this would happen. You told me this wouldn't happen. I knew it would happen. And she says, I'm going to learn how to play guitar, even though there's so much English in this
just
book.
letters.
That's what I told myself too.
It's just the chords. That's what I told myself too, until I realized that I had crooked fingers and could not play. But she really sets to it. She immediately sits down and starts trying to pick out chords. And she says to herself, I'm gonna get good at this, and I'm gonna put together a band, and we're gonna play at the music festival, and I'm gonna be able to meet people and behave like a normal person. And 3 years go by.
Yes, immediate time skip.
Immediate time skip to the inside of the closet, and she has Fruity Loops open on her laptop, and she is recording a fucking sick riff in a closet to herself to put up. And while she sings a song about how she never played at the culture festival and could never get a band together, and she's just going to be a hikikomori for the rest of her life. Music and lyrics by me.
Yeah, she does her little closet song where she's singing about how I've wasted my middle school years being shy.
And then she doesn't upload it. She's just like, I should upload a cover instead, because she did. The one thing she did do was start a music YouTube where she does covers, and she's doing pretty good. She named herself Guitar Hero at her dad's suggestion. I think the joke would have been better if she was a Juke box hero, but she does sometimes literally have stars in her eyes. But anyway, little 80s, little 80s hair metal joke there, but whatever.
We got it.
Okay, cool.
No,
we're all on the same page, right?
We were just waiting for you to continue.
Okay, because I forgot whether it was Foreigner who did Jukebox Hero, and I didn't know where to go from there.
Lord, if
I think it's Foreigner.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
Whatever. It's not David Coverdale. Anyway, so she's going through her comments, and she's just like, I'm almost up to 30,000 subscribers. At least the people online are cheering me on. And I'm just like, oh, that's sweet. She's found an audience. And she's going through her comments, and she's just like, yeah, that's great. She's like, oh, thank you. It's like, I always wanted to play too. It's just like, I started a band and played at my culture slam.
Yep. Her dream.
It's like, you can't, you motherfucker.
We don't say this on my channel.
How dare you do this to me?
How dare you? How dare you pursue the same dream as me and complete it?
Like a normal person.
Yeah.
This very achievable
anime.
This very achievable dream, because you don't even have to be good to play at the festival.
Nope.
You just have to play. You could do it by yourself. Anyway, well, she's fundamentally incapable of doing it by herself, but
paper bag.
So yeah, she I forget how she arrives at this conclusion, but she's just like, I'm 3 days into high school and I haven't even started. I have to do it or I'll die.
Yes.
So she's just like, okay, what do I do? Okay, I know what I'll do.
Well, she sees a comment that says, oh, I don't even know if anyone at my school plays the guitar.
And she's just like, I know what I'll do. I'll bring my guitar to the party. Everyone will love that. Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Literally, she's going to school. She's got her little guitar strapped to her, and she's looking at her reflection in one of the windows as she's like, I look awesome. I look like a total guitar rocker chick. Everyone's
rock
gonna
chick.
love me and notice me. Please notice my guitar. Please notice me.
I'm not even wearing my uniform. I've got band t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the music band shirt
I
that
have
Steve
the
Buscemi
merch.
wore. Hello, fellow kids.
It's very strange. This is the second Steve Buscemi joke I've heard in the last like 4 hours.
Listen, he's a funny guy.
He's funny.
So so yeah, she puts into effect the same strategy I used to attempt to socialize throughout much of my youth, which was to attempt to project an aura that would cause people to approach me.
Mm-hmm.
It worked great.
And that's how we met Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
You all met me in the second or third phase of my social development.
Yeah. Same.
I was a different young man.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this is immaterial because her guitar doesn't attract anyone.
Yeah, no one says
She
anything to
sleeps
her.
she ends up sleeping through class while they have normal conversations that she could join.
Yeah, she just doesn't like say hello.
They're talking about like
anyone.
a Shiba Inu's ass for some
Yeah.
reason.
You could totally see the dog's butt.
You could see its butt, but and she skulks out of class, realizing that hey, this wasn't going to work anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And as
Yeah.
she goes, she hears some girls coming. He's just like, "Oh God, if they laugh at me, it'll be the end. It'll be
Oh,
over.
God.
It'll all be over. I swear to God, I'll do it." But but they're not laughing at her. Except that one girl with them, a redhead, looks across and sees her running away and says, "Oh,
Oh,
guitar?"
So someone
Yeah,
did notice.
it did work. Somebody saw.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes to the park. She goes to a tiny park in an urban area to hang out and be sad, like all Japanese people do. See, the parks are so small that they can accommodate an infinite number of solitary sad people without except there's sometimes they get overcrowded though, because there's a salary man sitting on a bench and she's just like, oh, he must be as lonely as his kids are here.
Oh, they're the perfect family. Oh,
Oh, they're
God
the
damn it.
perfect family. Oh, I'm so
Damn it,
sorry.
God damn it.
My empathy was presumptuous, mister. Yeah, that's right, Black. Oh, bitch, just love my mustache. This time I'm really gonna do it. But as she's sitting there, basically wallowing in it, she does get noticed by a blonde girl who sprints towards her because she says, "Ah, you have a guitar, right? You got a guitar? Is that a guitar? Do you
Guitar?
play guitar?
Notices your guitar. Oh, whoa.
God.
Please tell me you play guitar."
Please, for the love of
Please
God, I
come
need your
play in
help.
our band. Wow,
Because
her plan actually worked.
because their guitarist ran out on them, and she's trying to rope Hitomi into it, who can barely speak to her. But before she knows it, is being dragged by the hand behind her, and she's just like, "Oh God,
She's like,
oh God, it's happening! Oh God!"
I'm not ready. Oh,
And she hasn't. This girl's name is God. Since Blackle fucked it up, I forgot how to say it. Najika.
Nijika?
Nijika.
We want to carefully place the emphasis on that one. So Nijika is A, blonde, and B, like completely normal.
Yes.
She doesn't appear
She's
to have
just a
any
nice girl.
anxiety. She's just an upbeat girl, and she's just like, so yeah, we gotta go to a club and play a show. It's probably just gonna be my friends. I don't know why our guitars ran out. Are you okay? I can hear your heartbeat. Meanwhile, Hitomi's just like, this is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. But playing my first club. It'll be like whenever I sell out the Zepp Stadium.
Yes. She's mumbling to herself. I
And
did
she's just mumbling to herself. It's just like, I'm the Hitomi that sold out Budokan. And then she's just like, what was that?
it. Are you?
She's like, I'm gonna make her think it's a bad idea. And he's just like, was this a bad idea?
Yeah, it was very funny.
Are you crazy? You have to tell me if you're crazy.
That's the law.
But before Hitori can run away, they arrive at this basement club, which is pretty common in Japan. Every fucking inch of real estate. Basement club isn't even nefarious.
Mm-hmm.
Just looks bad from the outside.
Hitori gets really excited. She's like, the Shadowlands, my home.
Yeah, when she gets in there, she's just like, it's so stuffy, like stuffy and claustrophobic, just like my closet where I play guitar.
Mm-hmm.
She gets introduced to she gets the PA, the production assistant. I think is her title, and she's like an intimidating goth girl.
Uh-huh.
And she gets introduced to the bassist, who is emotionless Guderi. Love a deadpan girl.
Mm-hmm.
Always the best straight man for jokes.
Yeah, I love the line Nijika is like, call her weird, she likes it, and she's just like, no, I don't.
And then she's just like, I think she did like it. her name is Ryo Yamada.
Yes.
And yeah, they were apparently supposed to be practicing, and now the manager is mad at them.
Yeah.
So they really have to throw it together. So finally it's time for Hitomi to actually do her thing. So they get the drum set up, because that's what Nijika does, and the Ryo gets her bass plugged in, and they plug in the guitar, and they go to strum, and it cuts to black. And when they come back, she's just like, all right, we did that, fine. It's just like, yeah, so how'd it go? It's just like, you suck.
Yep.
And we're introduced to sort of a meta narrative point where a guitar person is explaining. It's just be like, oh, you see, Hitomi is a pretty good soloist, but she's never ever played with anybody else and doesn't know how, and is inclined to rush ahead, making her a really bad bandmate.
Yeah.
And when we come back, Tommy's just lying flat on the floor. It's just be like, "Hello, I am Plankton Goto."
They do a whole like fake out credit scene.
Yeah, she's just like, and then Hitomi turned to dust and never touched the guitar again. And then they should play the fake credits.
Yeah, it wasn't
like
even
2
the real end
seconds.
credits; it was the fake ones.
It listed her as Plankton.
That's Plankton, yeah. And then the other girls are just like, wait, Choto.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, listen, it's not like we don't suck, except for the bassist. They're just like, I'm good. We only threw this together today. Like, listen. And then they have to. She's just sitting in a wastebasket, and they have to try and talk her around to play. It's just like, listen, it's okay. It's just like, what do you usually play? You know, it's like, listen, we can make it work.
I play cover songs, and then they're like, oh yeah, you should hear about this person called Guitar Hero.
Just like, oh shit.
Oh,
it's me. People know about me, which gives her the strength to at least stand up. But then she can't go any further than that. So they're just like, okay. What can we do? You could play inside this cardboard box.
Yeah.
And she's just like, and she's surprisingly into it.
Yeah. She eventually does it.
And they have a conversation about it, and she pokes her head out the front. And she's just like, I'm surprisingly comfortable in here. I think maybe I can do this. and they're just like, "Whoa, shit! What do we call you?" It's like, "I'm Hitomi." It's like, what do you want to be introduced as? Your name? It's like, are we sure that's wise? It's like, I don't know what else to call me. It's like, don't you have any nicknames? I never got any nickname from anyone. And the bassist girl, the Kudere, immediately just goes like, it told me Bocchi all alone.
Yeah, there's a lot of puns in this.
There's a lot of Japanese puns. The
Yes.
name of the band is a pun for zip tie.
Zip tie, yes.
Yeah, it's a band.
Ugh.
But the other girl's just like, you can't call her that. That's insulting. She's like, Bocchi. I'm Bocchi.
Yeah.
She's like, she likes it. It's like, it's my first nickname. And the other girl's just like, oh fuck, I'm gonna cry. That's so sad.
hmm
And then they play the show.
And they suck.
Yeah, they kind of suck.
It's fine. They
They
lived.
They somehow fuck up the box really badly while they do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
they finish and she's just in there like completely scrunched at the end. It's very it's like God, what happened
And
here?
she gets up and like fucking Sadako teleports at them.
Yeah.
And they're just like, whoa, what the fuck? And she's just like, I'm gonna introduce myself to my classmates. She's
They're
just
like,
like,
ooh,
they're
such
like,
growth.
they're like personal growth. It's just like, okay, cool. Let's welcome. We'll have a little welcome bocce session and post concert postmortem. It's just like, actually, I have to go. This is too much social interaction. And then the other girl's just like, I'm sleepy, and just
Yep.
leaves.
Yep, you can leave.
You could leave. She knows.
If
Too
that's
fancy
it,
weed
right.
store.
Ugh,
And that's basically it. That's
episode 1.
they play that's episode 1 and they play the credits. So thoughts about this? I've been talking for a while. Somebody
This
else
show
talk.
is good.
I
Yeah,
liked
it's
it.
cute. I liked it.
It was
I
fun.
liked it a lot, actually. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel going into it because I know a lot of people have been hyping it up a lot, but I don't, music / slice of life isn't always my thing unless it's like really well done, and I think this is really well done. There's a lot of relatability. I don't necessarily feel like this now, but when I was approximately her age, I was very I could be very similar. Like I remember standing in the corner in the lunchroom because I didn't
That's
even want
me
to go
in the
sit at a
corner.
table. Um,
Would you
but
say that
also,
you were in the spotlight?
well, at some
Um,
point I was. Uh, the there were a lot of good jokes in this. Like I felt like it was one after another. Like
it really leaned on the Japanese puns, which kind of takes some of it out of it for us Americans. But there was enough otherwise and enough
there was
visual
enough other
gags to work
stuff.
well.
Like she's trying to like pump her heart up, and the other girl's like gorilla because it
She's
looks
just
like
like,
she's
gorilla?
beating on her chest.
Oh,
Um,
gorilla.
Another part where she it throughout middle school she was trying to get people to notice her, so she would like bring her CDs in. That didn't work. She would bring in her band merch on her like bag or whatever. That didn't work. She's like, okay, then I requested music to be played over the speaker,
Oh
and
gosh.
it's like death metal that's screaming, "I'm gonna crush your skull." And it's like, wait, how would that even begin to work?
um,
Oh,
so yeah, I didn't, uh, experience like social anxiety in the same way as is
mhm.
often portrayed, but this is closer to it because
Yeah,
I wasn't afraid of people. I just felt really bad about myself.
yes, that's
um,
pretty much where I was.
and I do appreciate Boshi's whole self-deprecation thing.
Yeah,
Just like, I'm lower than plankton.
the way
um,
she does it is so funny. Like it hits just right
it,
somehow.
it hits right. Um,
Uh-huh.
the gags are powerful. I've seen some clips of really good gags. They take the animation into some pretty wild places for them.
Yeah, the anime, like, I will say that this show looked very good as well.
Yeah.
There is there
Um,
is a point in a later episode where they suggest that Bocchi gets like social media other than YouTube, and the ensuing thought spiral that she reaches about becoming a social media attention whore causes her to like physically glitch out
oh no.
and just like visibly scramble.
It's very funny.
Yeah,
About
no,
the
I
animation.
love the way that they push the animation in this. It's really good. Like the moment where she's Satoko teleported, like
hmm
the angle was like really
It's got
it's
it
a
had a nice
challenging angle.
had a nice like up Dutch angle.
It was really
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, what parts
Uh,
of this were like very clearly CG, but they did use it in a really, really good way. So
no,
Mhm.
it wasn't like noticeable, right?
yeah,
It like
I in
it didn't break
general
you
like
out of it.
I like the entire like animation style, and everybody in it is like very visually appealing.
uh-huh.
It seems to it's funny. Boshi seems to be following on the heels of like the year of the pink haired, blue eyed anime girl.
Yeah,
hmm
Um,
Yes.
because there's a number of other good ones. um,
Yes.
I'm thinking of Shikamori, I think, but
Yeah, no, that sounds right.
and also the OP music and OP itself, fucking slaps.
Yep. They were good.
hmm
See, I don't get excited about OPs unless they really slap, and this one
hmm
really slaps.
yeah.
It bopped.
It might already be on the playlist.
Check out our one episode rule playlist.
uh,
Unofficial.
It's
so,
unofficial.
Officially unofficial.
so yeah, from Magpie, no notes. Fucking got it in one.
Nailed it.
Feels like fucking keep your hands off of Izuka.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does.
I could see that. I could see that. If you like a show about cute anime girls in high school forming a band and
Doing funny
learning,
shit.
yeah, doing good jokes and having personal growth, you will like this show. I promise you. Go watch it. I will 100% say I will watch more of this.
Yeah, I'm into it. 12
Hashtag
episodes?
planned.
I'll
Yeah.
fucking watch more of it. Just to find out if my fringe theory is correct and Bocchi is a larval form of Haruko from FLCL. Although she had a
Oh
base.
God.
It's not where I thought you
Larval
were going with that.
form.
What about the rest of y'all? What's
I
the
might.
verdict?
I might show it to my girlfriend. I think she might like it.
Aw,
Yeah.
that would be cute.
It's chill, good vibes anime. What do you think, Louis?
I like it. Would I'd watch it. I'd watch more of it, but I don't necessarily know if it's at the top of my like next to watch list. But it's
Right.
like it's on the list.
Not necessarily your priority
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Well, it
Like
being good doesn't mean you have to watch it. You know.
I mean, I enjoyed it. It was good. I had a fun time. I
But also,
want
not every show is going to be someone's like jam or
but
like type, if that makes any sense.
slice of life stuff I have to be in a certain mood for.
Mm,
Yes. No, I usually feel that too. This is kind of an exception for me.
uh,
But
so
it was
anyway,
very wholesome, and I did enjoy it.
That's good.
wholesome. I'm gonna make
That's
it
very
not
sweet.
wholesome. So anyway, if listeners, if you want to lay odds on which one of them does too many drugs and dies from passing out and choking on their own vomit, you can
Aww.
tell us about that at oneepisodecast@gmail.com.
That's one the word, not the number. If you want to send us something more wholesome, you can tweet us. We are at one episode cast on Twitter.
I don't know. I was being too nice, and it made the demons come
We need
out.
You know,
we need
it's
some balance in this comedy podcast where
but
we trash on most things.
Bocchi's timeline and her sense of like urgency makes a lot of sense if she's going to be dead by 27.
Oh god damn it.
God.
Drown it. She's gonna drown in
Aw.
the bathtub.
Aw.
She's gonna be murdered for trying to play Stairway to Heaven in a fucking
Oh,
Guitar
no.
Center.
Alright.
No.
All right, you killjoys, you absolute buffoons. We can't have nice things in this world. Ah,
I'm not the one that started this.
how dare you?
If you don't want to listen to buffoons, don't come to the buffoonery.